On today's episode, we're going to talk about organization and the tool I use to juggle my life as a full-time translator, author, and YouTuber. Hello, Lieblings. I'm Mari, science fiction and fantasy author who's been living in southern Germany since 2014. So organization. Like I said, I'm a full-time translator, author, and YouTuber. And there are only 24 hours in a day. How do I do it? The answer lies in this. But before we get started, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell if you haven't already. Here on Adventures of Lamari, we talk about writing, living abroad, and everything in between. So now I'm going to actually briefly show you my old bullet journals. We're not going to go into detail about that, but I am going to show you how I plan my month, because I'm a person that usually plans a month in advance. So these are my old notebooks. I originally started with a moleskin. This is the journal I used when I moved from the States to Germany. As you can see, it got a little wet, so it does not quite look so nice anymore. But when it came to using another journal, I ended up going with a WERBUNG. So this was like the next one, and as you can see, it's just a tad wider than a moleskin. And since then, I've not looked back. I don't want to go into too much detail about how to bullet journal. I do have a really good video from the actual bullet journal YouTube channel, and I'll link it somewhere. So if you're interested in bullet journaling, check out that, because I mean that's a whole other video, and I'm just going to talk about, you know, like my process here. So I also have used them just for like normal notes. This was back when Rebirth was a trilogy, and now it's a saga. It's more than 3 books, but I have like notes in here. I just find it to be a very robust notebook, and they have really awesome color combinations. So I just really like these, but that's just my own personal preference. So let's get into my current one. And this beauty is my current one. It's actually in this lovely leather case that is made specifically for Leuchtturm notebooks. This was actually a gift from my husband, a birthday gift one year, and I love it. Mostly because it's not just carrying the notebook, it has slots for other things. So it has like my favorite pen in here. I also have these like plastic majiggies for washi tape, and then it also has, apparently you're supposed to also be able to fit an iPad mini in here as well, but it got a little too bulky. But in here, what I have is I have stickers from Happy Planner. I think it's from Happy Planner. I got it when I was in the States. I use them for a couple things. When I go through the notebook, you'll probably notice. And I also have this moleskin mini notebook. So sometimes if I don't have like a setup in this notebook for something specific for notes or whatever, I kind of use this as like an extra scrap piece of paper that I'll just like write random notes in for that moment, or if I just need something small to carry with me, then I can always either like transfer it later into the notebook, or I just have it. This is actually pretty much full now. I have a second one. This is the newest one now that I will be starting, and yeah, I have a lot of washi tape, so I had a lot of fun decorating this. But yeah, let me just put this up here. So this is the notebook for now, for today. I don't actually do like the spine or anything until it's finished. So as you can see with most, if you know anything about bullet journals, you know there's a future log, and it's usually what I do, kind of like planning out the year. And it's mostly for birthdays, because it's all in green. I have a lot of birthdays to memorize. It's kind of ridiculous. Then I have like my goals for this year. I have anything for the God Queen. I have stuff for the Last Imperator, some monthly stuff, fitness transformation, and then I go for like my monthly, like the monthly spread. And from there, I go for like the whole month, you know, what I want to get done for the week. And then I go, you know, into actual like for the week. So we can go here to May. As you can see, I have, you know, like what I want to get done this week. And everything in pink is actually my plans for social media. Now, it was a really awesome video that Bethany Atazadeh used to have. I don't know if it's still up anymore, but there are other people, other really great videos out there on like planning social media within like a month. And so I already have this spread set up, so I can already see how the month is supposed to look. So I just went ahead and used it for social media. and also have, you know, like different goals and stuff. What, you know, like I said, things that need to get done. And I have a lot of stickers and stuff. So I have a lot of, I very much enjoy decorating. And as you can see, then I have, actually, so before I used to have my weekly spread like this. I don't think they have anything that's, yeah. I would have like appointments and events, housework, writing, work to do, and home to do. This was already starting to work from home because of COVID, and there's housework. There's mostly like when I'm at work, what I need to remember what I need to do at home, like grocery shopping or whatever. And since I was already home, this kind of was no longer used. So for the month of May, I came up with a different spread. And so it was just more of like the actual full day, stuff that I want to get done. I also have been counting my steps, and also like if I'm able to do yoga, trying to get yoga every day. And in the beginning of the month, I wasn't doing that great, but I like having everything in one place. And then, yeah, in general, like I'm kind of covering my work stuff, but like just things to do in general, just kind of having it all in one place. And that's the beauty of bullet journals, because you decide what you like, and if it doesn't work out, then you just do something else. And through Pinterest or what have you, I mean, there's so many different ideas for layouts. It's the sky's the limit, literally. So here we go. This is this upcoming week. As you can see, like I also had a lot of fun with different washi tapes and stuff, just to, why not? Here I already have June like ready, but I haven't done anything with social media yet. I still have this week, so, and what I need to get done for the, like what I want done for this month, because, you know, I still have this week to get other things done. And yeah, I've already gone ahead and made the weekly spreads. I currently like the spread I have at the moment, so that's what I'm just going to stick with. And yeah, so what it boils, this is, you know, this is the system that I use, and how do I actually organize with work? I mean, work is work. It's every day. That I don't necessarily have to plan, because that's already like regular. But in terms of writing and YouTube, how it starts out in the first 2 weeks or so, the first 2 or 3 weeks, depending if it's a 4-week month or a 5-week month, I have set up here, write the last Imperator. This does not necessarily mean I will write every day. It's just that if I'm going to pick a project to work on, that's what's going to be. It's going to be a writing day. But once we get to the end of the month, say like with this week, I switch off. Either we'll be writing the last Imperator, or I will write an episode for next month. So I have at least 2 episodes for this week, another 2 episodes last week, and then by the next Saturday, so like the last Saturday of the month, I usually then sit down and film all of my episodes in one day. It's kind of a long day, but it's just filming. I actually will do the editing, like edit the episode for Monday, so that will be the next episode. And then when we get to this week, it'll also be, you know, one of these days, edit episode for Monday, and so on and so forth. And then during the week, I work, and then if I have energy after a long day of work, usually then I will try to work on the last Imperator. So that is literally how I try to plan everything. At the moment, this is the process that has worked out the best for me. We'll see as time goes on, but that's literally what it is. The main thing is to, you know, to look at your entire month and be like, okay, what do I want to get done? And, you know, literally just try to break it down. Like, there is a lot I have to get done, but I don't necessarily, like, if I tried to actually sit down and look at the list and try to just tackle it all at once, you get overwhelmed, which is why I try to say, okay, so one day, just write the last Imperator. One day, just write an episode. Don't worry about anything else. This is something you have to do for your own mental health. And like I said, this process has worked best for me, because then I don't have to worry about, you know, trying to scramble and try to fit other things that may not be conceivable. Just, you know, don't try to bite off more than you can chew. So I'm very excited to start June, also because it's my birthday month. Woohoo! But yeah, this is the process that works best for me. if you're, like I said, if you're interested in bullet journaling, check out that video. I love it. I love it so much because I love the flexibility, because I'm a very out of the box type of person, and this allows me to mold this out of box into a little bit more of a tangible form for me. So yeah, that's how this works. This is my process. Obviously with bullet journal, as you can see, you can do as much or as little as you want. Even if you look at the video, the original video, the original idea of bullet journaling is rather simplistic, but people like me like to take things too far. And I know that like the idea of literally starting from scratch and creating, you know, what do you need, what do you want in a planner does seem daunting at first, but it's one of those things where you just kind of have to do it and make mistakes and figure out what works for you, what doesn't. Obviously, I've been doing this for a number of years. So I've, you know, and I'm still trying to figure things out. Like, as you can see, what worked for me one month doesn't, especially, well, I mean, especially with the rise of COVID, that's why I had to, you know, change, because yeah, what was working for me during my normal work life doesn't necessarily work now. I mean, the way you look at a bullet journal is kind of the same with like a YouTube channel. You know, you can plan as much as you want, but you're not really going to start learning about how you want to do things until you just do it. Whether it is through just sitting in front of the camera and start rambling, or you put pen to paper. But either way, you know, like I said, you have to figure out what works best for you. Bullet journaling may be an outlet, but there are plenty of people that use other systems and it works perfectly fine for them. So let me know, what do you guys use to organize your life? I mean, this is not just for writers, this is in general. My husband is actually into digital calendars, so we do actually have a shared calendar between the two of us. He also has one that he shares with his brother with our Volkswagen bus, which one we can, you know, who's using it what weekend, because we use it for camping. And that works great for him. He's a programmer. So of course, like for him, naturally, you know, using his computer or using his phone is a more natural step for him. I like to have things written, so I usually also have to copy from our calendar to my bullet journal. But what about you guys? What systems do you use? What do you recommend? Have any of you guys used Cleverfox? I've heard about it. Or do you use, what other systems are out there? Like let me know what you think, what you use, and what you think of it. And if you are a bullet journal fan, what do you think? Isn't it awesome? I love it, love it, love it. Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you're new here, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing, because it lets me and YouTube know that you like content like this and you want to see more. If you have any comments, questions, or topics you'd like to see on this channel, please let me know in the comments below. The God Queen is available in both ebook and paperback. I have all the links in the description below. And don't forget to connect with me on social media, whether it is through Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. And that's it for today. Until next time, adi!